So today let's talk about how to make group projects work, even for students that would rather work on their own. So group projects don't have to be a nightmare. Here's how to make them work, even for students who hate them. Let's start with a story. So very rarely do I lose my temper with students, but I specifically remember this moment. Students were working in groups. I'd put them together, and you know how we always have that student who says, I'm just going to do everything because I want to get an A. I know if I can control the situation, we'll get the A. So I had that group. But in that group was also that student who, and you know the one, who sits like this and says, the other student, that's the one that wants the A. That student will do everything. I'm just going to sit back. Well, that's the point where I kind of lost my cool. Went out in the hallway, called that student out and said, what's going on? You can't just sit here and do nothing. I know this other one wants to do all the work, but you have to contribute in some way. After calming down and taking a few breaths, I asked why. Why are you not participating? Why are you feeling like you can't contribute at all? And here's what that student told me. And here was one of those other light bulb moments that I had as a teacher. The student said, because I don't feel like they're listening to me. I don't feel like I can contribute anything. Basically, I just don't belong. Wait, what? You don't feel like you belong? These are your friends. This is your group. This is where you wanted to be. But no one was listening to this student. This student felt like, why bother? They don't care what I have to say. That is a key issue that's happening in our groups. That's why we have to change groups to teams. And here's what I mean. So here's the difference. Let's take the analogy of a baseball team. You can't have a baseball team all full of pitchers. You can't have a baseball team all full of first basemen, catchers. They all have a role, right? Well, that has to happen in your group work as well. Groups can tend to all do the same thing. Teams, every single person has a specific role, has a specific job, and they've got to work together for the big win. If they work together using their strengths, even capitalizing on their weaknesses, they can make the whole project better, stronger, more creative, and get the win, rather than a group who is all out doing maybe different things for different reasons. A team works together for a common goal. How cool is that? Here's another really cool way to do it. Let's say a team motto, team cheer, team flag, team whatever. Let them come together and belong. Have a sense of community. Big difference when you say, hey, team, go, then hey, group, go. Have a team atmosphere in your classroom, and it will change the mindset and the focus of the project. Hey, stop. Do me a favor. Can you share this with your team or friends? Thanks so much. Let's get back to the video. So just like maybe a baseball team, you go into innings, right? One inning after the other. Well, a team project should be the same way. Let's break down a big project into small individual bites. Let's have checkpoints, okay? Here's the first part. How do we do? Where are we at? Let's check in. Let's give some feedback and let's take a reflection. What do we need to do better on the next checkpoint? During the next inning, let's take a timeout and let's regroup. Again, another great strategy for making that team work even better for the next inning. And one more great strategy is how do we work together? Every one of your teammates has a strength, has a weakness. And what makes it even better is we work together. We all capitalize on the things that make us stronger together. So let's figure that out. Let's reflect back. So maybe I am really great at organization. Maybe you're not. I can teach you. You can teach me. Maybe there are things that we complement each other on. let's use those strengths together. But then let's also reflect on them. You know what I learned from this student? You know what I learned from this teacher? You know what? Together, we have these superpowers that create this winning team. Then all of a sudden, I belong, and that student who no longer wants to participate can't wait to participate because they feel like they are a winning component of this incredibly effective and engaged team, your classroom. So there you have it. A few simple strategies to turn group work into teamwork. But before I go, I have a simple question to ask you. How are you as a team player? I know that seems like a burn. I don't mean it to be. But if we want our students to be team players, don't we need to reflect on how we're doing? Are we being good team players with our department and with our administration? You don't have to answer me. Just think about it. Want to know more about how to be and how to create good, engaging, energetic teams? Click on this QR code and get a whole bunch of great strategies on turning your group work into teamwork. Thanks for watching. See you next time.